Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from Darth Merrick from a good while back in the Thunderbolt Gundam. That being the Full Armor Gundam Thunderbolt version, just for the record. It's difficult to use, to my way of thinking, just again, because it's one that has a lot of different weapons, and juggling them can be tricky. The highlights include that large beam cannon that he fired to do 3,600 damage to that Skure, and it does, one of its missile pods can be fired while boosting, so that's the ones that I think are best. Merrick's grabbing a couple repairs here, and I don't blame him, because taking a stray shot first thing out of the gate is really kind of irritating sometimes. So, but yeah, speaking of irritating, I'm gonna open up the week with some guest videos here because I'm having trouble getting decent rounds in my shiny new Galbaldi Alpha, so I want to get a good round with that, and maybe a round with the 550 point high mobility Gelgug. It's just a matter of when. So I don't have a lot of patience right now, so I am, for one, still got family in the medical system at the moment, and also I am adapting to some new anxiety medication, and it helps with the anxiety, it does not help with the cranky. So if I have been a complete jerk in a round that we have played together recently, I am very sorry. I'm trying to get a handle on it, or a hang of it, or both, and it's just not quite there yet. So, working on it, I will be better. It is, I think the medication does help, and it's just going to take some time. So, anyway, Merrick's got a kill. He's, did some good damage to that one person squaring off against his entire team, and since they are squaring off against his entire team, that gives him time to take C, which, do not ever underestimate the value of capturing waypoints. Do it whenever you can, because it is really handy. See, minor shot there. I think that's probably a Gym Sniper Custom. I don't know, it's kind of a... Yeah, I guess it is probably a Sniper Custom, because there are high enough levels of that it could hang in a room with a Thunderbolt. But, yeah, as much damage as he's doing, I'm thinking, yeah. Oh no, Gun Cannon 2 is what that is. Which, that makes a lot more sense for the point value, and yeah, that's about this scale of a room. Yeah, 400 points for that. And the Gun Cannon 2 shoulder cannon, by the way, has piercing. It can, hit multiple enemies if they're lined up well. So, let's see, Merrick's got some good shots in on that Gelgug, I think it was, and now, yeah, good time to be away from the support fire, because as far as I can tell, space support fire tends to be more damaging than ground support fire. Like, one shot will kill you or reduce you to 1 hit point if it's allied support fire. But, yeah, just to go over that for a second, had someone asking me recently, and there is no way in Gundam Battle Operation 2 to destroy a friendly mobile suit. The only action you can even take that will damage one is to hit it with your support fire. Otherwise, nothing you do actually even damages friendly mobile suits, but you can stun them, so, be careful with your splash damage and your beam shots and melee swings and things. Because as I'm sure you've seen me, trip over my own feet and half the enemy team, so it's one of those. And let's see, a couple of good shots here. The Thunderbolt Gundam is one of those things, I have seen people do works of great acrobatics with it, but I am not that agile. I cannot move it that quickly, so I'm better off just planting my feet and trying to get some shots in until I start taking hits, and then just use its maneuvering to get away. Because I can't... Like I said, I've seen some people just do, like this fantastic space Dempsey roll with this thing, and it's not me. I have to take my time and pick my shots carefully. Speed Witch, another good kill there by Merrick, so... And that's what, at least 3 so far? And that is an exam-type mobile suit from the single beam saber. I'm going to assume Blue Destiny Unit 2, or 3, excuse me. Oh man, borked that, and another kill. But yeah, Blue Destiny 3 uses a single beam saber. Blue Destiny 2 can use as a double. I forget whether that's its default weapon or whether it is an option. I think it's the default. But yeah, since it had a single saber, thinking BD3, because Blue Destiny 1 and the Freak Custom, incidentally, cannot go into space. So, missiles are ready, and a couple of decent-looking targets, but there's somebody, dogging Merrick from the other side of this, so he's just got to keep a good distance until he can land his shots, which he just did. Those are the shoulder-mounted missiles, which you have to sit still to fire, and they have a fairly wide dispersal, but they hit pretty well if you can hit with a couple of them. That's an aim that I have never quite gotten right. That is difficult, in my opinion, to really do well with. So, let's see, good missile volley. Yeah, like I said, for my money, that missile pod is pretty much the bread and butter leading attack for the Thunderbolt Gundam. Double beam rifle is good when you can land it. That's difficult in my opinion. The shoulder cannon, the big cannon, I keep wanting to call it the overhang cannon, but I think that was the name for the Victory or V2 Gundam's cannon. Either way, yeah, that cannon is good, but again, since you have to stop to use it, and it's a slightly slow-firing beam, it's a little bit tough to hit with. So, yeah, lead with the missiles in my opinion. There's a Skure, and Merrick is in a great position to make sure that his team does not take any more damage from it. Excellent. Let's see, double beam rifle is charged. Yeah, and also, I think, Merrick seems to be a lot more comfortable just, moving from weapon to weapon in whatever order he sees fit. I kind of get locked into trying to get a specific rotation, and there's so many weapons on the thing that doesn't always work well. So, the ability to be a little bit freeform in your choice of attacks will really serve you well with the full armor Thunderbolt Gundam. And let's see, another good shot. Beam rifle's not quite ready, missile pods are, and that's not quite another kill, but by the time he switches back to the rifle, it should be ready. And good job saving that last missile until it connected. And one more beam should do it, 40-some seconds left, and yeah, that's the problem I always have with the beam rifle, hard to connect. So, the thing is, you're harder to hit because you're fast, it's also harder for you to line up shots. Again, without coming to a full stop and leaving yourself vulnerable, which is kind of what I usually wound up doing. Let's see, but his team has this in the bag. Solid, 2-to-1 lead pretty much, with 20-some seconds left. And yeah, it's good. And let's see. Oh, support fire there. Missed Merrick, that's good. And let's... a couple more missiles, 10 seconds. Good time for beams in the back, and good time to follow up with Beam Saber. He took a hit. I don't think that he's going to get that kill, but yeah, definitely a good round, and, no deaths in the Thunderbolt Gundam is always impressive, because, yeah, it's got a lot of shields, yes, but it's fragile once you can actually pin it down. So yeah, great round from Merrick in the Thunderbolt. This is, like I said, from a while back. I forget when exactly. But yeah, top score, top damage, and top diversion. So yeah, all that despite being the most targeted, that's impressive. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. So until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! Let me tell you though, the interesting thing about taking the anxiety medication for me is that I missed a dose, and I honestly was never 100% sure it was working until it wasn't. And then I could tell exactly what it did for me.